Hi guys, this is Cross here for Clips Gaming TV and welcome to part 56 of my lower league to Champions League challenge with Dover Athletic. And after our last part we saw a fairly disappointing, frustrating loss where we couldn't convert our chances, and then a dominant victory, a 4-1 victory against Braintree, who are down towards the bottom end of the table where we were at the time. Lee Hughes, a goal from him on debut, came to the club, unfortunately picked up an injury in pre-season, so this is the first time we've been able to use him, but definitely has an eye for goal, over 200 goals in the Football League, so very happy to have him on board. I'm going to spend the £500 and send Marlon Romeo to the specialist, try and get him back a fair chunk quicker. So let's get to it then. Next game out, we're taking on Wrexham in 6th place, up in the position where we want to be. Let's have a quick look at the table while we're here. That's not the table. That's the table. There we go. So we are in 12th position. That's where we want to be, 5 points ahead of us. So a good little run and we could easily see ourselves up there, but we've got some tough competition that we have to deal with. Some full-time clubs, we're still on part-time, so we are missing a couple of days in training, which I'll show you now. I did take over the training a few weeks ago as recommended. We are now shifting focus towards tactics, trying to get ourselves ready for our new formation, and then following that we are going to be changing tack and throwing it into our defence and trying to pick that up if we can. Need all the help we can get in that regard. Little injection of cash to help with running costs. We'll take that. Thank you very much. Stuff about the national team. Edgar David's available. I have asked, he had no interest in coming to us. Apparently a few problems with Edgar Davids when he was player manager of Barnet before Martin Allen took over. This is in real life we're talking about here. The ex-Gillingham man. Apparently there's problems with Edgar Davids not wanting to travel to away days, which is not a whole lot of use. So I'm not surprised that changes were made and he ended up on his way. So here we go then. Next game against Wrexham, taking on 4-4-2. This bar I think has moved a little bit, but still more work is going to be needed. So let's get to this. I'm going to throw in a quick pick, but I will juggle it around. So Lee Hughes has been dropped out for Birchall. No, I won't be doing that after his goal last time out. Switch Nathan Elder back to target man. Lee Hughes got a better option than that. Also target man, but we need someone to slot the ball in the back of the net, so I'm quite happy with that. You also notice that the fitness levels of our players is improving. It's back where it should be. So we've got McCain and Ngoy, our sort of first choice partnership. McCain has been awesome this season since we brought him in, the ex-Gillingham man. Ngoy not so much, but there's still time. Fraser Franks played the last game in central defence and didn't. Not the last game, sorry, the game before that where we got trounced, so not particularly impressive. We've got Grant Roberts filling in at right back, Tom Winter at left. Got a fairly new signing. Only played one game for us so far, I think Peter Sweeney, so he's in the midfield with Mark Hughes. Quite happy with that. Sparks and Adamola back at the club, 30 goals and about 20 assists last season, so glad to have him back in the fold. Hasn't looked hugely impressive, I don't think you can say so far, but we're going to keep him in there. Did have a mention that came up in the comments quite a few parts ago, Constantine Carter giving him a run in the side on right midfield, and I have done, and he's not done anything bad as such in that role, but has by the same token looked pretty quiet, so not going to keep him in there. Kieran Agard, ex-Manchester United I think he is, oh no, sorry, ex-Everton, I should have known that. Got my Everton Samuel Eto'o shirt a week or two ago. Right, I don't want to do that. I want to put my own advice in. So, hard tackle on the front men, show them onto their weaker foot, tight marking. The wide players, show them onto their weaker foot, close them down. And then the goalie, closing down on him, try and put a bit of pressure on. Never seen a goal produced from that, but never mind. Tell the lads I want to win. Maybe a little bit ambitious here. Taking on a side that are 6 places above us in the table. Currently in the... ooh, Agard, and he got him behind. He's got some pace, that lad. That's a Sweeney. He's our best free kick taker. Puts it straight into the hands of the goalie, unfortunately, but he's just warming up. I'm sure if he gets another opportunity, he will do much better as McCain mops up. Sparks tries to find Hughes, passes wayward. And Goy wins the header, but allows room in behind him. He's able to get back and recover, thankfully. Tom Winter playing some head tennis. And Goy beaten over the top. And that's a crisp finish from Johnson Clark Harris. Very nice. Shows the kind of depth touch that I would have liked from some of our strikers once in a while. And Goy misses it completely. Undercuts the run. That was American football. He could have thrown his hands up and grabbed it, and that would have been brilliant, but it's not. We're playing with a round ball and we ain't using our hands. Justin Sparks plays it out to Winter. Sweeney, our creative force in the central midfield. Winter leaning back. Even the tiny little animation on this game showed he was leaning back on that. That's Rademola. Chooses to lay it off to Winter to put the ball in. Roberts to Winter, trying again. Again, can't find a white shirt. Gonna try from the other way. Sparks sort of tries to lash that on the spin. Maybe could have taken his time and whipped the ball into the box. Maybe taken another touch. Headed for the byline. Basically, I wanted him to do anything but that. Rademola wayward pass. And Clark Harris manages to jump in front of one of the centre-backs. Who was that, just out of interest? And he's already jumping in front. McCain was like the Exxon Valdez trying to turn there. Paul Smith just a little too slow off his line to deal with that. Tell us we want better than that. Lee Hughes looking a little bit stressed. I'm not surprised. He'd already had a touch of the football in that first half. One of those frustrating situations where I think I've got a goal scorer and a very good one up front. If we're going to produce more goals for us than Birchall has after seeing his form for us last season. Very, very useful player. Could find some goals and was certainly very good at assisting and linking up play, but looked a far cry from the 50 goal a season man that Dover fans will have been used to a couple of seasons ago. And Clark Harris going for his hat-trick. Skims wide. Hughes gets a foot in, had to drop down to the halfway line just to try and get a bit of a play on the football. Paul Smith gathers bravely, feet all around him. I will look and see if there's any changes I can make that might spark things a bit. I'm really limited in players that I can use in an attacking role. I'll throw Lee Sawyer on for Sweeney. I'm struggling on players. I'll have to leave it at that. No one that can really change the tide. A couple of defensive players, but it's a bit too late for that now, as we could be going 3-0 down, and we should have been. Ricochets off that right hand post. And we're getting ran all over. Now Ademola here loses man. Yeah. Ademola loses man, sort of picks him up again. Gets goal side of him, but then finds himself ball watching. Goal for pride, anyone? Goal for pride, just one, Tom Winter. That'll do. What a finish that is. It's like, screw this, I've had enough. Boom. One bounce. Always looks better off the post. Mental. See, I don't feel so bad after that. Chance for Lee Hughes to run onto it. And he does. Ball into the box. Nathan Elder. 3-2. Oh, if we can bring this back and get a point out of it. Hughes thought he was going to get beaten on pace, but turns on the Jets. Little burst. Ball into Nathan Elder. In between the two centre-backs. It does not come any easier than that. Throwing everything forward now. In Paul Smith fancies a shot. From just slightly inside his own half. It's all over, but it's a little too late for that. Lee Hughes. Wayward with his ball into the box. And they're in behind as well in Devante McCain. So you had problems with conceding last minute. Late in the game. Oof. I was going to say, we're defending like that, those problems are gone, but they sure weren't there. Lee Hughes trying to link up. Tries to find Sawyer, who fouls in the end. I don't think any chance of a last minute comeback is gone. Yeah. Nearly managed to bring it back, but if you go and throw away 3 goals to try and come back from there, well, I gotta tell the lads putting the result aside, that was a enjoyable performance, because it was absolute cracker from Tom Winter, and then that goal link up between Hughes and Elder made it very exciting, at least. But we don't want excitement. We've got until November before the new FM2015 game comes out. Not sure when exactly in November, and we're trying to push on and getting close to the Champions League if we can. Judging by this, it might end up fizzling out with us stuck in this division by the time the new game comes out, and we'll have to deal with that as best we can. Linus Constantine Carter, interesting, mutually terminating his contract with the club. Well, I might be able to deal with my wage budget issues if I can just get him to take a staff position. No such luck there. Offer some players out to loan. Let's do that. Got another game up and coming against Cambridge. Home team of my flatmate. Little trivia question for you there. Down in mid-table, this is the team we want to be leapfrogging if we can. Declined to take part in the transfer deadline day. We're not signing anyone. So look at the training while we're here. It's preparation. I think we still need to do some work on the... We do need to still work on these tactics, so I'll throw them in down here. But still got issues with this defensive positioning stuff. So a bit of work isn't going to do us any harm after the few defensive performances we've looked at so far in the last 3 or 4 games. I'd like to hear your thoughts on what series you'd like to see when FM2014 comes out. I get the feeling that continuing this series but starting again in the Blue Square Premier might be a nice way to go, and that's something I am thinking about. Also quite keen to get a Gillingham series up and running as well. I will wait till 2015 for that. Not actual 2015, sort of when the game comes out, you know what I mean. Got a little wait here while the 1st of September gets underway because this is the end of the transfer window, so clubs have got a lot more money than I have wheeling and dealing. I don't think I've ever been in the mix in a transfer deadline day. I've always got my business wrapped up well before that. Okay, that's that way. Matt Fish signed for Hartlepool, 20k. Good pickup, the ex-Dover man, Matt Fish. Suffered with injury since he's moved on to Gillingham. I've watched him in action a fair few times. Absolute liability defensively, but in attack at that sort of level, wow, he's run the show in that regard. So I think Gillingham have missed him due to, I think it was a knee injury that put him out for quite a long time, best part of a season, unfortunately enough. I'm going to stick with the current plan, throwing a quick pick. What I am going to do is try Lee Hughes instead of Nathan Elder and leave him in the target man role and put Birchall in. Not sure how well this is going to work for us. Allen and Sparks, 2 wide players. Yeah, like Sparks, 705 rating, well deserved. Allen in on loan from Barnet. Actually, look at these stats. He's fairly unimpressive at this stage. He's got a bit of pace, but that's it. Surely I can do better. I'll give Adamola a run a game, see if he can start to impress out on these wide positions. Again, rating not much better, but it is an improvement. Teddy and Goy is going to sit this one out. Quite happy with that, fitness-wise and poor goal-wise in the last game. McCain, beast, keep him in. Fakagna's been looking the more formed centre-back, to be honest. Going to throw Franks in at right-back. Yeah, so I'm fairly happy with what the quick pick has done for me here, which is rare. Normally want to jiggle about. Tom Winter, above 7 rating, keeping Gary Borrowdale out, the ex-Coventry man. Check that out, 5.8 rating. Oh dear. Sawyer and Hughes, Grant Roberts available as my midfield cover. Sweeney sitting out because of fitness issues. Yeah, pretty much bang on. The only thing I am going to do is make sure that I've got Nathan Elder available on the bench so I can throw him in. So we'll put him in for Lee Hook. Let's go. Defeat Vadova could see us slide into a relegation zone, yeah, but we're also not that many points away from where we want to be either, so I'm not too worried at this stage. Okay, so closing down there. Wide players. Weak foot. Hard tackling. Same with the strikers, actually. Okay, let's do this. Team talk. Give the players a bit of a morale boost. Gotta tell them to go and enjoy this one because I've been a bit in their face in the last couple of team talks. Let's change the vibe. See if we can change the results. Chance for Sparks. Lays it off to Sawyer. Tries to chip it into Lee Hughes. Defender just wins out on that one. Adamola heads it straight into the middle of the park to a yellow shirt. And we're not wearing yellow today, unfortunately. So far a midfield battle. Nothing to write home about for either side. Up and over. Paul Smith watches it go. Chance to get on the attack. Lee Hughes. Back to Winter. Gives it a little up and under, but it's not rugby. Frank's taken out. Fakagna mops up. Keeps the attack going. Adamola to Birchall. Two of them trying to link up. And Sparks is there on the follow-up. Disallowed for offside. Seems a little bit harsh. Would like to see the replay. This is a game, though, so the officials don't make mistakes at all. Let alone every single bloody game like the actual game of football is. I think that's something that would really add some realism as Birchall chops from behind. If the officials actually made some mistakes once in a while. Especially down at this level, the officials half the time don't seem to be able to keep up with the pace of the game. More time on the treadmill needed. Franks manages to win the one challenge. Ball goes in behind. Fakagna, though, able to mop up. Playing out from the back. Something look like Forest Green, top of the league, or thereabouts. Chance for Birchall. What's he got? Side-footed finish. Close but no cigar again for Birchall. He's had a couple of nibbles. Needs to convert one of these. Frank's on the line. Tries to muscle it in. Said it goes out for a corner. Adamola to whip in. Fakagna underneath it. Another corner, Adamola. It's a good one, but no one gets on the end of it. Lee Hughes, long range effort, edge of the box. Bit of a challenge to the keeper, diving to his left. Plucks it out of the sky. Another free kick, up and over. Paul Smith getting neck ache in the Dover goal. And he's feeling in good shape as he makes that save low to his left. Had to get down quickly, and he did. Dover nearly conceded from a corner. Who would have expected that, eh? Mark Hughes spreads the play out to Franks on right back. Adamola tries to find someone. So he needs to Sparks to Birchall, and he's put it in the back of the net. He hasn't wandered offside, and he's happy with that. Got to be relieved. Had so many chances lately. Sweeney to Sparks, who's been a good pickup, actually. I was worried at the start of the season if I had enough quality in my wide players. He has definitely got it. It's just that right side that I've got to do something with now. Is it Constantine Carter? Is it Moses Adamola? Is it Allen, who I've got on loan from Barnet? Is there something I haven't thought of yet? So times like this, I'm thinking maybe I should have Kept hold of Ricky Modeste. Paul Smith, and what a defensive effort that is. About 5 blocks in very quick succession. This is rare for us, but I'll take it. Still keeping the attacking formation up. Still not confident that we can defend a 1-goal lead. Maybe at my peril that we're doing this. But if it pays off, Lee Sawyer dispossesses. Lee Hughes, what an effort that is from long range. Very nice. And we have definitely got a goal scorer on our hands here, boys. Sawyer finds Hughes. Gets it under his feet. Bing. Top corner. Perfect. That's a difference in quality that we maybe haven't had. And this is where we're going to try and do something a little bit different. Going to try and drop back. Trying to counter-attack as best we can. This is an experiment, if anything. See if we can last out, if we invite teams onto us a bit more. Try and catch them on the break. Nice one in the corner. Devante McCain. Daniel Ficagna showing real form in front of goal from these set pieces. McCain all but did all the hard work. And it's a poacher's goal there from the centre-back. Teddy and Goy going to struggle to get back in the side with these two. But in fine form. Mark Hughes dispossessed in midfield. Power of speech getting to me. Hughes mops up. Pings it back to Adamola. Gets on the run. Tries to get up front and get in a goal scoring position. Not too worried about that shot. Tough position to try and score from. Ficagna mopping up. Doing the job at both ends of the field for us today. That was wayward. Chance for Birchall. Feeds Hughes. Oh, he scuffed that. And that is a big scuff as well. I think even I would have finished that. But after his sublime first effort, I think we can let him off for that one. Adamola, what's he going to do with it? Side netting only. Got his for the audacious. Tries to get back his scoring form from the last season. Just hasn't found it so far. Defence needed. Paul Smith. Cheeky little one-hand push over the top. Chance for us to break now. Didn't come of much. Yeah, pretty much undone. Ball into the box. Fullback got close to him, but Elliott's ghosted in between the two centre-backs. Smith got a hand on it, but that's all. Can't blame the goalie too much for that. Luckily, we have a 2-goal cushion still, even after conceding that. Chances! It's gone in off someone. I'm confused. Oh, okay. Offside, but that was for another instant. Lee Hughes with the push. Nearly got his second of the game. But it was a little too, I was going to say frisky, but that's probably not a good word to use. For two lads having a bit of a shove around in the football field. In fact, no, I'm definitely not going to use frisky there, my bad. Apologies to any young viewers. That's just, yeah, anyone that's eating dinner. But yeah, we'll take that victory there. Very nice victory. Give the lads a good pat on the back for that. And that leaves us 11th in the table, so 10 points. So only 3 points behind this playoff spot, which is where we need to be. And we weren't chasing down and being that close until the second half of last season. And no one at the top is hugely running away with it. So I'm setting my sights for round about here. if we can do better and get another position or two up, then all the merrier. But I'm feeling a little more confident about our chances this season compared to the last, and hey, we got promoted then anyway. If you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, give the video a thumbs up, and also drop me a comment below if you've got any thoughts, opinions, things I can do better, things you'd like me to carry on doing, that sort of thing. Then let me know, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's lots of good stuff still to come.